The Maw of Skull Greymon, written by Meta Knight 256. Back when I was a kid, I loved Digimon and would watch the episodes of Digimon Adventure and Adventure 2 over and over again. As I got older, I managed to get DVDs of the other seasons as well, but even today, I hold Adventure and Adventure 2 in higher regard. Even though I love the dead out of Adventure, there's one episode that I always skipped when I was a kid. Episode 16. The Arrival of Skull Greymon was that episode. The first time I watched this episode, I was able to make it to the point where Greymon digivolves into Skull Greymon, but the sight of him made me cry. I have never fully watched that episode except for the one time I tried as an adult. If I recall correctly, I was 23 and going through a box of all DVDs and CDs when I found the entirety of Adventure and Adventure 2 still in their boxes. I thought it'd be fun to go onto a nostalgia trip, so I dusted off my old DVD player and decided to watch all of the episodes again. I soon reached episode 16. As soon as the episode started, I remember which episode it was, and felt a wave of sadness and fear wash over me. I quickly brushed this off, as it's just a kid's show, and I have no reason to be afraid of it anymore. I was half paying attention until the moment where Greymon digivolves. I watched the whole scene and it was exactly how I remember it, but obviously not as scary. The young imagination can get out of hand when it comes to fear. Suddenly, my TV screen froze on the reveal of Skull Greymon's face. I attributed this to the DVD being old, or possibly dirty, since I didn't bother checking its back. I got up from the couch to eject it from the DVD player, but as soon as I got close to the TV, I hear a loud cracking sound. Needless to say, it scared the shit out of me. I continued to bend down towards the DVD play, but I noticed that the image on the TV screen changed. My TV now displays Skull Greymon's skull, staring straight on a pure black background. Oddly enough, Skull Greymon was missing his signature green eyes, leaving holes in their place. I stepped back to get a better look, and white Japanese text popped up on the screen. I can speak Japanese, so I opened a Japanese to English translation app on my phone and scanned the text using the phone's camera. お腹がすいた. The translator read, I hunger. There's no telling how accurate this translator actually is, but I trusted what it told me. I couldn't believe what I was seeing or reading. Did someone edit this in some way? Is this a pirated DVD and this is an anti-piracy measure? Are some of the things I thought. I couldn't even know if this had been here all along, since I always skipped this episode. There had to be something wrong with my copy, as every internet search I made regarding this screen came up short. I sat down on my couch and stared at Skull Greymon's lifeless eyes on the screen. A few seconds later, the text changed, and I translated it. 私はそれらすべてを殺します. I will kill them all. My confusion quickly turning to fear as the speaker from the TV emitted a loud and crackly "Karama!" seemingly from Tai. My breathing gets heavy as I stare more intensely at the screen. The text changed once more.
私はコントロールされません。体の時が来ました。
I will not be controlled. Their time has come. I remember this next part vividly as the moonlight shone through my living room windows. The screen switched to a pure black, and it stayed that way for around a minute before I heard the first of many blood-curdling screams. They were loud and played only a few seconds apart from one another. They sounded like they were from the main characters, both the Digidestin and their Digimon. Skull Greymon's skull appeared back on the pitch-black background, but now his entire lower and upper jaw were stained with blood, as well as blood being splattered and dotted across his entire head. A sort of dark and creepy breathing was now constantly coming from the TV. Japanese text appeared on the screen for the final time.
友達の体でいっぱいです。体は私のコンラと骨への欲求を煽っています。今、体の陽気になり、スクルーゲーモンの魔に入ります。
I am full with the bodies of my friends. They fuel my desire for chaos and pain. Now be like them and enter the maw of Skull Greymon. After I read that, the Skull Greymon skull opened its mouth wide, and I see the mutilated bodies of the Digidestin and their Digimon. Suddenly, Tai's head appeared on the screen. His head is only a skull, with his goggles and hair as well as having glowing green eyes in his eye sockets. Tai lets out an agonizing scream. Then the TV abruptly cuts to the start of episode 17, as if nothing happened. I quickly grabbed the TV remote and skipped back to episode 16. I watched the entire thing and learned that whatever just happened wasn't there anymore. I tried to forget about this experience.